This morning we continue our special series with USA Today, Where America Stands, with a look at the first generation of children who can't imagine a world without cell phones and the internet. And that means a changing world for their parents. CBS News correspondent Kelly Wallace, fellow mom, here to tell us about that. Good morning.
Good morning, Maggie. You know this firsthand. American families juggling technology and time like never before. And a new CBS News poll shows 1/3 of parents with teenagers say they're frequently torn between their jobs and their family. We met a family dealing with that pressure in this digital age.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Mishu, and this is my family.
Meet the Mishus of Bergenfield, New Jersey. Lonnie's wife of 15 years, Nicole, and their 3 children. 15-year-old Lonnie Jr., Kayla, who's 13, and 12-year-old Haley. A dual-income family with a dizzying schedule.
10:50, mom's leaving for work.
Nicole works through the night as a hospital clerk and then goes to nursing school full-time during the day, while Lonnie logs 14-hour days as a driver for UPS.
There are days when sometimes I may see her for 15 minutes, and there are some days where I may not see her at all.
I feel torn all the time. Every time I have to exit my door and put my key in the ignition and drive to work.
So that's why technology plays a big role in this family, keeping them connected.
If we didn't have cell phones and, we didn't have the ability to kind of just throw each other a text every now and then. And sometimes it's just little stuff, you never guess what I saw. Or he'll be like, oh, you never guess what happened at work.
But what are the downsides?
How often are Kayla, Haley, and Lonnie on the computer, on the cell phone, or texting?
The question should be how often aren't they?
I love Facebook.
So you're on Facebook?
Almost all the time.
I don't text a lot. Maybe 100 texts a week.
My son is very tech savvy. So literally while he's on it, I'll be like, all right, excuse me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, excuse me. And I'm checking the history, to see what he's on and make sure that what he's on is appropriate.
American teens like the Mishus may be the first generation to have no memory of a world without the internet. But according to our new CBS News poll, parents say their kids aren't spending too much time online. 45% said their kids spend just a little bit of free time on the web, while just 7% said their kids spend almost all of their free time online.
Are you worried also about, because of the technology, they're exposed to so much faster than you were when you were a kid?
Definitely. That, unfortunately, I think just comes along with the territory of the 21st century.
Like sexting. 35% of parents of teens said their kids have tried it.
I saw my friend at school doing it once. I wasn't really involved with that at all.
I guess it'd be like a disgrace to my family, as much as they taught me and how good they've treated me. Now I just throw that all away.
Nearly 60% of parents of kids ages 9 to 17 monitor most of what their kids do online. 35% said they check in, like the Mishus, from time to time, while 2% said they mainly leave the kids on their own.
You don't want to suffocate them, but at the same time, they have to understand we're the parents, there are boundaries.
So once a week, they unplug, pushing technology aside to gather as a family, sometimes even serenaded by Dad.
Back in the days, we didn't have much, but we found a way.
Trying to ensure their children's future remains bright.
We had love for each other because we were family.
All you can hope and pray for is that the values that you've instilled in them at home will carry over out into, the real world when they know mom and dad isn't watching over them.
Truly an amazing family. I definitely learned a few things about parenting for them. And Maggie, the key thing is they believe in open communication. They talk to the kids about everything. Drugs, sex, you name it.
That's great.
They talk about it.
What about house rules? Do they have any?
Oh, yes, they do. Clear rules. Until the homework and chores are done, the TV and the computer off limits.
We can both learn from them.
We can,
Kelly,
definitely.
thank you so much.
Sure.
We want to let you know that Where America Stands, a CBS News partnership with USA Today, will continue next week on The Early Show. In fact, you can read all about it on today's USA Today and watch tonight on the Evening News with Katie Couric. New programs that could save 1/3 of Americans' children from obesity.